Our product development program is composed of three sections. The first section is where we look at innovation and product developments around the world. The purpose of this particular session is to enable the participants in the program to have a look at the innovations and some of the exciting things that are happening in financial services product development. And it gives them a very good big picture strategic overview of where product and product development innovation is going in other countries besides their own. Here's some quick examples of the flavour of the first part of the program. We very much focus on innovation, and we go through some very interesting case studies about where leading edge product development in the insurance world is going at the moment. And as I mentioned before, I think the participants in the program find it absolutely fascinating, some of the things that are going on in product development around the world in insurance and financial services. What we also talk about is best practice and leading edge thinking in terms of innovation and product development. And one of the areas we look at is an exciting way of doing product development called systematized innovation thinking. And the catch cry for that is thinking inside the box. And we go through that process, and once again there's some models and some templates that people can use to go back to their businesses and actually employ in their businesses to assist them in their product ideation and assist them in developing innovation in the way that they develop their products. The second section of the program is what we term our models. Our models have been developed over many years of hands-on experience in product development. And they're very useful because they provide a practical tool that assists across a whole range of dimensions with product development, and they're tools that the participants in the program can take back to their own organisations. Here are some examples of some of the models that we discuss and train people on as a part of the program. So these are examples of the models that we have available for participants who go through the program. This first model here is actually a questionnaire or a survey, and what it does, it enables the distribution of this questionnaire here for various stakeholders to complete. They return their contribution, and that's aggregated, and then the model reports on the results of that aggregated contribution. And it tells you things such as what people believe, how strong the new product development culture is in the organisation, how supportive senior management is, which of course is vital, the culture of the organisation, how strong people believe the process is, and how strong people believe the marketing of the new product outcomes is. So that gives you some indication of perhaps where the strengths are, but also areas where then additional focus may be required. So it's a useful exercise to undertake. This second model here is the directional policy matrix, and as you can see, it plots the products on a matrix, and it also shows the relative contribution of the products, and we look at business sector prospects and quantification of the product's business position to arrive at where the product sits on the grid. Where the product sits on the grid, the model then tells you certain things about the prospects for the product and what the strategy for the product might be. It's quite a sophisticated model, and it's a very useful tool to have in the product development manager's armoury. Product screening, this is a simple model. When product people are doing their ideation or their new product ideas, what this particular model does is it gives a screen. So which of those initial ideas people want to go forward with. What this screen does is it gives a quick indication of whether the product strategically makes sense and whether the product makes sense given the capabilities of the organisation. So it's quite a useful model as a part of that first screen. Forecasting. Within new product development, the 8R approach to forecasting is well accepted. 8R stands for awareness, trial, availability and repeat. And this is a simple model that people can use to forecast the possible new business dollars that will be generated by the product development effort. We also believe that it's very useful to undertake a risk review and develop a risk register for any new product and any new product development activity. And what this model does, it provides the capacity to have that risk review. And we recommend that in all instances that a risk register is created for any new product development. So that gives an example of the very useful tools that are included within the program and that the participants get to take back to their organisations. So the third part of the program is the part of the program where we focus on product development process. So broadly speaking, that's the 3 phases of product development, which is from ideation through selecting products to actually develop. Second phase, which is the internal product development process, and the third phase, which is the launch, the marketing, and the post-launch activity. Core principle in this particular section is that good process equals good outcome. And we've been developing product for about 25 years now, and we use all of the process learnings that we've had along the way and bring them into the program. One of the things that we strongly believe is that a good product developer will have a vision as to what the product needs to be, and despite all the internal hurdles and all of the issues that you inevitably focus along the way, or find along the way, good process equals a good outcome. So we very much focus on process, and once again we have tools and tips and techniques and models along the way to assist in ensuring the outcome is as close as to what was originally envisaged as possible. So here's an example of how we discuss product development process. We further break down the first section into opportunity, identification, selection, concept generation, concept project and evaluation, and then talk about development and talk about the launch process. What we do is we go through that in some detail, and as you can see here, we then provide a very granular diagram of all of the different phases. So we go through quality new product development process in some detail, and as I mentioned before, we share the experience that we've had and the tools and techniques that we've had as we've been developing financial services over many years. So that gives you a flavour of the program. Those that have been through the program have found it very rewarding and have told me that it's been very useful when they've gone back into their businesses and commenced their jobs as product developers or participating in the product development process. Look, thank you very much for watching. We really do hope that you have gained an insight into the program and how the program works and some of the areas that we cover. And all I can say is we really look forward to seeing you with the program. Thank you very much.